Hello again, Spitfire fans. Beller here. Big game tonight. Game one of the playoffs. Spitfires and the Kitchener Rangers here with associate coach Jerrod Smith. And Jerrod, first of all, congratulations. I talked to Mark Savard as well earlier, and finishing first in the division, first in the Western Conference again, back-to-back years. You guys really had another solid regular season.
Yeah, we definitely did. Especially down the stretch there, losing some bodies and some significant injuries. And, we found a way to persevere, and obviously different guys stepping up every night. If you would have asked me before the season if we would have finished first, I don't know if I would have bought into that, to be honest. But, credit to these guys, these players that, are returning guys with that experience in the playoffs last year, and these young guys that have come in and chipped in up and down the lineup. It's just a great group of kids that want to win for each other.
Led by the captain, Maggio, and I know even a couple of years ago when we got him from Ottawa in the trade, it's taken, and last year, of course, Maggio had 38 in the regular season. He was solid. I never realized, I don't know about you, how good he was until this year.
Yeah, significantly, has taken another step offensively, no doubt. And to me, the best part of his game is his play away from the puck and how much he cares. And there's no secret to his success. He's a kid that comes in and leads by example, obviously really well liked in the room. But he digs in every day and he comes to work, and obviously that's paying off for him.
I know you mentioned the injuries, and I know I bellyache and I complain about it all the time. Man, can you imagine this club if Johnny had been back? Can you imagine this team if we had a healthy AJ Spellacy and Ryan Abraham? That's not the case. As coaches, you guys just next man up, and let's not worry about who's here. It's the guys that are in the lineup that count. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right. I'm obviously guys playing with different line combinations. Some guys seeing special team time that may not have if we had a healthy lineup. And that's what it takes. It's kind of the next man up mentality here. And, we stayed relatively healthy throughout the year. It just so happens that the last, month and a half here, we've been banged up. So it is what it is. It's part of the game.
Spits, number 1 seed, Kitchener Rangers, number 8 seed. Have you ever seen an 8 seed look like that from Pinelli, Machar, up and down the lineup? That's a hell of a club for an 8 seed.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if I have in a long time here. It's a great hockey team. We have a lot of respect for. That's a team that's played really well down the stretch too. Obviously a high octane offense. Some experienced guys too, some NHL draft picks. So it's going to be, we're in for a fight here. It's going to be, a hell of a battle.
I know as coaches, you guys every day take a look at video, but I know there's overload. You don't want to overload the kids. As an associate coach and as part of the staff, you work with John Moran, the video coach as well. How do you guys kind of pick and choose what to show? Again, we don't want to sit there and watch a half-hour movie, but how to pick those 2 or 3 key things.
Yeah, that's the challenge as a coach. Obviously, we go through a lot of tape on them and the pre-scouts, and we got to pick and choose what's important to show. And just like you said, I mean, attention span for them isn't, for anybody, it's not very long. They don't want to be sitting there in the dark watching film all day. So we got to keep those meetings tight. And obviously present the clips that we feel are most important.
And obviously with the club banged up a little bit, we've talked about it before. If it's a kid that's saying a 4th line thinking, gee, I should be on the 3rd line at least, or a kid that is not on the power play, all of a sudden, this is their opportunity.
Yeah, and that's why, those meetings are important. We like everybody to be a part of those special teams meetings, because you never know when you're going to need somebody to step up and fill that void.
And I mentioned before when I talked to Savvy earlier, at the deadline, you went out and got Shane Wright, and that's a guy too that kind of leads by example on the ice.
Yeah, and you saw some of those games he played down the stretch, not just offensively, but just his play away from the puck, the intangibles he brings every night, leads by example. I thought that London game where we clinched, I thought he was hands down the best player on the ice, and obviously we expect that from him here going into the playoffs.
Jerrod, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here. Game 1 of the playoffs. Maybe have a chance to chat, hopefully a little bit later on.
Thanks, Beller.
Associate Coach Jerrod Smith. We'll come back with more, and thanks for following us on all the various Spitfire platforms, Facebook Live, Instagram, and also on radio on AM 800.